The air in Tehran still tasted of smoke and fear. It was July 8, 2025, just weeks after the coordinated strikes. Nights were the worst, heavy silence, broken by sirens and the tense patrols of the Revolutionary Guard. By day, Azadi Square filled with mourners, their chants for revenge echoing off the Azadi Tower. The government called for national sorrow, and many answered, fueled by patriotism and anger at foreign aggression. But near Tehran University, smaller crowds raged at the government. Where was our protection? The strikes had not silenced dissent. Instead, they gave it new urgency. The devastation was staggering. Natanz and Fordow nuclear sites reduced to craters, Isfahan's military complex in ruins, key IRGC commanders gone. The attacks were precise, meant to cripple Iran's war machine and leadership. For a moment the state seemed on the brink, its command shattered, its assets destroyed. The airwaves, once defiant, fell eerily quiet as the government struggled to project control. Observers abroad waited for collapse, expecting protests to topple the regime. The theory, a sharp blow would expose weakness, and the people would rise up. But Iran, as always, refused to follow the script. The expected collapse never came. Instead, nationalism surged. Anger at the government turned outward, uniting critics and hardliners. The argument shifted. It was no longer just about the regime's failings, but about Iran itself, under attack. In markets and cafes, talk of national pride replaced complaints about the government. "They can bomb our buildings, but not our spirit," became a common refrain. The strikes, meant to divide, forged a fragile but potent solidarity. The regime seized the moment, amplifying narratives of victimhood and resilience. State media showcased civilian suffering, and turned funerals into spectacles of martyrdom. The message, "The world is against us, only unity can ensure survival." This unity wasn't love for the regime, but for Iran. Many Iranians, despite grievances, feared chaos or foreign domination more than their own rulers. Internal disputes faded as the external threat loomed. The regime survived, not from popularity, but as the only shield against a hostile world. The government moved quickly, knowing unity might be brief. A ruthless purge swept through the security and political ranks. New loyal commanders took charge. Surveillance expanded, and dissent was equated with treason. But repression was paired with social concessions. The feared morality police faded from view, hijab enforcement relaxed. Young women pushed boundaries, sensing a new unspoken deal: political quiet in exchange for social freedom. The regime traded strict control over daily life for stability and acquiescence. Political expression tightened, but daily pressures eased. This paradox, more repression, more social freedom, helped the regime maintain its grip. The government released societal steam, making Iranians less likely to risk everything. It was a clever survival strategy, turning crisis into opportunity. Iran became more resilient, if still deeply authoritarian. Iran's military strategy was reborn from the ashes. With its bases vulnerable, Iran doubled down on forward defense, supporting proxies across the region. Hezbollah, the Houthis and militias in Iraq and Syria received more funds, drones, and advisors. The goal: make any attack on Iran trigger a multi-front regional war. Asymmetric tactics, drones, missiles, cyber attacks, would bleed adversaries and destabilize energy markets. On the nuclear front, Iran withdrew from the Non-Proliferation Treaty and expelled inspectors. Officials dropped cryptic hints, cultivating nuclear ambiguity to keep enemies guessing. Iran became more repressive yet socially relaxed, militarily decentralized yet strategically focused. The US and Israel now face a more unpredictable adversary. Another strike is possible, but the risks are far higher. The threat hasn't ended, it's simply changed shape.